Hey, this is Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I am joined by...
Good evening, everybody. I'm Titan Fox from Hammerking. Very pleased to be here.
It's great to be chatting to you this evening. Make Metal Roll Again is barnstormingly fantastic, stunning album. How pleased are you with it and with your latest work of art?
Thanks a lot to hear that, actually. There is hardly a musician who would say, well, I think the new album is not that good. So basically everybody likes the new album. I think that we have a sort of a special album here with Make Metal Royal Again. Obviously, we've got a new drummer, and we have been on the road quite a lot in the last year. So there is a strong bond in the band now, and musically, I think you can feel it that we are very much on the spot and a bit closer together than we used to be in the past. We've played, I don't remember, maybe 30 shows in 2024, and at the end of these 30 shows, you absolutely know what works live, what works even better, and what you probably don't need. So I think you can hear that on the album, that we have songs that will be very much working with the crowd in the concert.
So I'm guessing coming out of the COVID era and that you've gone and hit like loads of tours, yeah? You've been out touring non-stop.
Yeah, gladly. And I know that we have just released the tour dates for the Make Metal Royal Again tour, which will be a tour called Witches and Kings, together with Burning Witches. Mm-hmm. It will be 31 shows in 35 days. So that will be a very busy affair, and we're absolutely looking forward to that. I mean, playing live is the best thing.
Yeah,
everybody knows that.
I spoke to Courtney Cox recently. She was saying that she's really looking forward to doing that live shows with you. Those shows are going to be amazing. It's a hell of a package, isn't it? So going back to the album, the title track, Make Metal Royal Again, is mega catchy, right? And that's been one of the first videos out. How pleased are you with the feedback? It's a total anthem, isn't it?
Very pleased, really pleased. I mean, we wanted to have something like that, an anthemic song that sounds fresh and still has the sonic world of the 80s with some synthesizers. We wanted to have that. Very pleased with the title song. We wanted to have a song like that, an anthemic song that will sound fresh, and on the other hand, at this 80s style of synthesizers. It was tricky writing that because it was outside of the regular box that we had before, and gladly it worked. And we are very, very happy with the song, and we wanted to have that as the first video. We shot the video with the same guy who did the 3 videos before, but he is very much a movies guy. He's very much into arts, into light and shade and perspective. And I said, I love your work, but please make it look like an 80s music video. So not only art, but effects. And I think we really found the balance. It's got beautiful scenes. We look fantastic in all of the scenes. And the lights and the colors are just, wow, to my taste. So I really like it a lot, actually.
Amazing. And I mean, yeah, that's going to be a crowd pleaser, isn't it? That's going to be a sing-along anthem without a doubt.
Yeah.
It's like that song, Heavy Metal Will Never Die. Who did that? That's coming to my mind.
It must be Iron Savior, isn't it?
That is classic, isn't it? That's another song that should be. That's like a proper metal anthem. Yeah, totally. And that's there with it. Yeah.
The good thing is we will play with Iron Savior in 2 weeks, so we will hear that song. They will hear our song as well.
awesome, man. Okay, right. So this is the bit where I'm going to have to try and pronounce German. So Schiff. The Kaiser Schäfer is an amazing track and very strong. Would that be the next single, do you think, or have you got plans? What's happening?
It will not be the next single, but rumor has it that it might be the 3rd single. So
okay.
I mean, it will be one, and we have some ideas what the story would be, because basically the protagonist is in battle. The battle is going really, really bad. He breaks down in midst of all his dead comrades. And then, like in a fever dream, he envisions his mother singing this lullaby. And I don't know what about the English lullabies, but at least in German and in France, I know that from an interview I did with a French magazine, all of the children's anthems or the lullabies, they have real dark lyrics
Oh
for
yeah,
whatever reason. I don't know what the fuck
yeah,
is going on.
totally, man, totally,
It's
yeah,
absolutely stupid. And therefore we
yeah,
thought, okay, the warrior breaks down, envisions his mother. In that moment, he
yeah.
gets the understanding that the songs he heard as a child were nothing but a preparation for this battle that will come one day. And then he
Mm.
gets up and he's victorious in the end, of course. But so I think it's at first it might be a little bit ironic to hear a song like that, but on the other hand, it's absolutely fitting to the lyrics, and I wanted to do that. Not everybody in the band wanted to do that, actually. And we agreed upon giving it a try and taking it as far as possible. Yeah, and we took it quite far because it will be a video single now.
Cool, that's good to know. So the young child in that, is that your daughter or one of your relatives?
No, neither. I don't have a daughter, but it's not even a relative. It is the daughter of a friend of a very good friend of mine. So I asked him, Michael from Basement Prophecy. I asked him, Michael, I need a child, and I don't have the time to raise one myself. It already has to be 8 years of age.
Yeah,
And then he said, it's fantastic. A friend of mine, her daughter, she's absolutely musical. She's already playing the drums. And her timing was spot on. We didn't have to correct her. She was absolutely spot on, and she did like 10 takes and 5 spoken takes. So we it was fantastic. And if we do the video, which I expect us to do, she will be in the video.
Cool, that's amazing. So for some reason, I've really enjoyed the 2 German language songs. I don't speak German at all, as you're going to learn now, because Hammerschlacht is another one that I love.
Yeah.
It's another one. I mean, I don't know, it's fantastic. I mean, myself, I could never get into Rammstein at first, and then my wife kept playing it, and I started picking it up. And so then, but I think more than anything, I like enjoyed the German singing than the actual Rammstein, if that makes sense. So I'd sort of enjoy it, and I'm at the gym today, singing along in German in my head, and I'm like, I don't know what I'm singing, but it's good. It's good. So yeah, it's dead catchy. So like when you're doing a song like that, do you do it in English as well, or do you just keep it in German? You do, yeah.
No, we actually have another version of Hammerschlacht where only the word is German, and all of the lyrics are in English. Because again, the band wasn't. Not everybody had the same opinion. There are people in the band who thought that probably it is a bit much of German lyrics this time on the album by coincidence or by inspiration. So we recorded an entirely English version. But the problem was, first of all, I like the mixed version better. And the other thing is that when you have the chorus and I start singing the German 4 lines and then change to English, it changes the mood because German is rhythmic and English is more. It's broader, it's more melodic, it's more anthemic. So I think it gives the chorus this sort of an extra boost. And when you keep it entirely in English, it is not as interesting as the mixed version. So we had to decide and then pick the mixed one. But there will be a beautiful box that we get for the album, limited to, I don't know, 200 or whatever, a very limited thing, where we have another EP inside the box that will be exclusively to the box, called The Kingdom's Not Enough. And I think track 3 of this EP is the English-only version of Hammerschlacht. So it might be a nice gimmick, actually.
That'd be amazing. So, like when you release work like this, when you have your little box sets and everything, do you keep them yourself as a musician? Do you keep all your box sets and all your albums? Yeah,
Absolutely. I am a very passionate collector, not only for my own music, but also for other bands' work. I don't know if you know the Swedish band Morgana Le Fay. They are not active anymore.
right.
And they used to have a debut album that was only released once on vinyl. I think 537 pieces ever made. And it took me 20 years to get one. And I got it. And I'm so super proud of it. And I have forgotten about how expensive it was. And hell, it was expensive. But I'm very happy to have it. So it is a bit like a museum where you have all the pieces of art that you really cherish. You need like everything from Sabotage, for example. Of course, you need to have everything. And the same with the own things. I mean, I want to have the boxes. I try to own all of our T-shirts, but in the meantime, there is articles that exclusively are sold by EMP or by Nuclear Blast or whatever. I don't think that I have them all, but it must be near complete at least.
Yeah.
So I try to get that. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, so you also got like a bonus track which isn't on what I've been sent over. I've got the album, but not Danger Zone. So is that the Danger Zone from the 80s?
Yes, it is.
Top Gun.
Absolutely. I mean, we thought we would probably never do a cover version because we tried back in the day. A couple of years ago, we tried to do cover versions, and I really didn't like it. It felt like being back in one of the old bands that everybody used to have before the good band, where you played cover versions because probably your own songs were not good enough. And it felt exactly like that. And I said, I hate it. I will never do it. And then we sat together in a restaurant or a bar. I don't remember where it was. And they played this song. And I said, damn it. I always wanted to sing that song. It's one of my favorite songs. And I hate soundtracks. But the Top Gun soundtrack is the only soundtrack that you need to own because it's beautiful. And then we said, let's give it a try. And then somebody from the band said, you know, the good thing about that song is it is a classic from the 80s, but it's up to date because they made the new movie. I thought, that is actually right. So it's not only an old song, it's also an up-to-date song. And we tried it. And I mean, it's problematic when I tell you how great it is and you will listen to it one day. Maybe you don't find it as great as I told you. But I must say it is really fantastic. The first time I heard it in the car, I said, wow, what the heck did we do? It's got the same atmosphere almost like the original one because we got keyboards from Joost van der Broek from Arion. But he made the same keyboards than on the original with a slight modern touch. So it sounds like metal. And it's got a great drive. It's a bit faster than the original. And as a special gimmick, we added a piece of the Top Gun anthem from Harold Faltermeyer to the end of the song. So I think it's quite good. It might be another video. I hope so. Really don't know.
What about the album artwork then? Is that AI or is that done by an artist?
It is. I got it from an artist, and I hope he did it himself. I mean, you never know, but he did it himself. I saw the progress. Yeah. And what you see on the album is only a small bit of the artwork because when you got the vinyl or the CD later, you can unfold it, and you have that is only like half of the artwork or even less than half of the artwork, and you got a scenery below that. You see a table like the Last Supper with Jesus Christ, with the band sitting and part of our crew sitting there, and they're all connected to the ropes that the marionette player has on the king on the cover. And there is a twist because I'm sitting in the middle and I'm holding another marionette with a small king. So you got the Last Supper sort of combined with the Number of the Beast, all within the hammerking cosmos.
That's so cool.
I think it is the right statement to say we do not use AI in any form. And we have an artist, it's Peter Shalai, who also does, he did Sabaton, he did The Last Saxon, which was beautiful. And I mean, an artwork is worth good money, everybody knows that, but I think if you want to have a good product, you should invest that money. Otherwise, I don't like AI work at all, neither in music nor in wherever else.
I'm the same, yeah. I just think it's very lazy. It's not, you know, and it's not an artist. That's their living. Yeah. Again, a musician, the same. Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, music or arts in general are the expression of a human being. Of course. And therefore, I do not accept art by AI. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, there might be something that an AI can do in movies that you probably can use. But as long as I say the AI has to do this, it might be okay. But it's not okay to say, please do me a cover. It has to look like this. And then I wait until it's finished. That's rubbish.
When you do go out on the road, I think the whole album should be played. But I suppose that's going to be difficult, isn't it? Because you've got like all the other songs. I mean, I just think the whole album's stellar. I love it, honestly.
I think I think I would like to play much of the album. We would like to play much of the album. We will have a special show in it's not our hometown, but it's the place that we play most in Mannheim in Germany. And we will probably play the entire album at least there. And whenever we do a very long show, which is not happening that often, we will probably play most all songs of the album. But it's tricky. I mean, I don't know how long we will play on the tour. Might it be 50 minutes or 70 minutes? Probably around that. And you can only squeeze in like 12, 13, 14 songs probably.
Yeah.
There is certain songs that you need to do from back in the day. But the good thing is that probably the last two albums and the last two albums are the ones that had the most recognition. So we can easily say, let's do much of the new one, two of the König and Kaiser album, and then probably one from Kingdemonium and one from the hammerking album from 21. And then maybe the title track from the very first album. That's the one that we always have to do. But then there is lots of time for newer stuff. But let's see what happens. I don't know.
I mean, we're heading into summer now, aren't we? Have you got any major festivals lined up? Are you playing Wacken this year, or will that probably be next year, hopefully?
I think hopefully it happens next year. So far, we've never been in Wacken. I don't know why, but it's the way it is. But we are playing the Summer Breeze this summer. And I think it's the second largest that we have in Germany, if I'm right. So they always call it the Wacken of the South. So we are playing Summer Breeze. We are playing the very famous Headbangers Open Air, which is a very different sort of a festival. And honestly, I don't know why they booked us, because usually they only book old school bands or very traditional bands, and we are neither. But they booked us, and we're looking forward to that. My old friend Ross the Boss will be there. I hope we're playing on the same day, because I haven't seen him in many years. Would be an absolute pleasure to see him again. And so that's the bigger ones that we have. Then there is something called Helmfest and something called Formosa Beer Fest. I think it is about beer. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
That sounds good, actually. Is that in Germany? Yeah.
Yeah, that's all German festivals. And of course, as we have a tour starting in early January, we absolutely will be held back from playing too much this year, so that everybody wants to see us in January. That's logic. So it is a relatively calm year when it comes to gigs this year. But on the other hand side, it's already almost July, so the year is almost over.
Oh no, it's crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So you sort of hit upon it a bit when you mentioned Wacken. How difficult is it then to get the attention you rightly deserve? I mean, because it's just bands all over the place, isn't it? It's constant. And you guys have been going a while. How hard is it to still sort of say like, oh, we're still here? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I mean, we are in the good situation that with every album we do, we are having more recognition than before.
Yeah.
And I mean, this COVID thing was very problematic because we just signed with Napalm Records.
Yeah.
Basically, like 2 weeks before this COVID thing started. So we couldn't tour with the 21 album. We played only a very small amount of shows with Kingdemonium in 22, and we started working properly as a band with König and Kaiser in 24 actually. So I don't know why we have not played Wacken so far. Maybe there is just no connections to the guys from Wacken so far. I mean, we want to play Wacken, absolutely. But on the other hand, we have played most all other festivals that are there in Germany, and we're expanding the circle, so to speak, every time. So this time there's more shows. There's the UK, there's Spain, there's Italy, there's even the Czech Republic. Gladly, finally. So we are getting farther away all the time. And I mean, the Burning Witches band is very active in the United States, for example. Maybe that is a chance to say, let's do something together in the States. I don't know. Let's see what happens. We are willing and absolutely energized to play as many shows as possible.
Can you then tell me why we should check out Make Metal Real again?
Because it is an album where human beings have invested lots of time, lots of inspiration, lots of passion, and lots of work, and much focus. And I think it's a fresh album. It is, can you really say it's the strongest album we have made? You can never say that if you did it yourself. But at the moment, we have the feeling that this album is bigger and already more successful than anything we have done before. We have quadrupled the Spotify rate within 2 weeks, and we have practically almost gained 200,000 views on the video in 12 days. So that is more than we ever had before, and therefore I would say give it a try. It might be a fantastic album. Hour of the Night by Sabotage, because I saw Sabotage last Saturday and they were fantastic.
Yeah, really? How was amazing. It? Oh, wow.
Okay. Absolutely fantastic. 2 hours and 5 minutes, and they were every bit as brilliant as they ever were 23 years ago. So it was absolutely great. So cool. Hour of the Night from Sabotage. Grace Under Pressure by Rush, because Rush is one of my favorite bands of all time, and I think it's their fantastic, greatest album. And give it a third one. No, that's tricky. The first album by the Ramones, because I'm just wearing their t-shirt.
All right. If you could have a jam session with 3 musicians, dead or alive, who would you choose?
Dead or alive, that's fantastic. Yeah. Neil Peart, 3 musicians, okay. Neil Peart on the drums, Freddie Mercury on the vocals, Randy Rhoads on the guitar.
Wow, yeah.
And for that day, I will be the bass player.
Excellent, love it, that'll be a good band. Okay, so can you tell us what 3 essentials do you take on tour with you? What are your must-takes with you?
My favorite, infamous, very dirty, small sleeping pillow. I don't go anywhere without that thing. My laptop, of course, for anything work-related. Work means music. And, of course, because I got my favorite TV shows and my favorite songs on it. And third thing... Yeah, probably I got some sort of an oil spray that is very, very pleasant for my throat. So as a vocalist, you probably need that.
Cool. Are there 3 countries you'd love to tour that you've never toured?
Yeah, at least 3. I mean, never toured with Hammerking. I say never toured with Hammerking. So it's the UK. It is Greece, because they got passionate fans and wonderful food. And the third will be, I would just pick Sweden for anything in Scandinavia.
Brilliant. Okay, and now this is into 6. Which musician, dead or alive again, would you have in your car for a 24-hour road trip?
Oh my goodness. Michael Kiske from Halloween.
Okay,
because he's one of my favorite vocalists. And I think he is an incredibly intelligent person when it comes to a general view on life. So he is one who knows much about philosophy, but also just about, I think he's got a very open mind. He posted a couple of things in the last months where I really thought, yeah, that is exactly what I think. But he's put it very brilliantly in a way that I probably wouldn't have been able to. So Michael Kiske, 24 hours in the car, why not? Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. If there was a made-up song, like a totally made-up song about your personality, what would it be called?
Good question. Good question. Cut it here. I'm thinking too long. In German, it would be called Preiset den Kaiser, which roughly translated means praise the emperor, praise the king. So that would be probably that one.
Okay. What's one thing about your band that fans might not know?
We have 3 people in the band and the crew included who don't eat meat. And we have at least one person who is not drinking alcohol in any form at all.
Cool.
And yeah, I think we are probably one of the least tattooed bands in heavy metal.
Really? Have we not got any tattoos at all?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
No, me not. Our bass player Günd, he's quite tattooed, and there is a new guy who will be joining us on stage. You can guess what he will be doing, probably, as I'm not playing guitar anymore on stage, and he's got some tattoos. But otherwise, I think we are very, very clean-skinned band, actually.
Can you then tell us, do you prefer bratwurst, German sausage, or beer?
Oh, okay. Then I have to confess, as I am the one who's not drinking, I would have to go with the bratwurst.
Right, okay. All right, okay. Would you like to be able to stop time or rewind time?
Yeah, absolutely. I would, if I could rewind time, I would go back and see Queen in Wembley '86 and Knebworth '86. I probably would try to see Genesis in Wembley '87 and so on and so on. I missed the very, very, very last show that Joe Cocker ever did. I'm not a huge fan, but I think Joe Cocker was a legend, and he's one of the most emotional vocalists ever. And I just didn't go to one of my favorite venues of all time, the Lorelei in Germany, where this huge rock is above the Rhine. And I didn't go there because I thought, I will try and get him next time. And that was the very final show this man ever did in his life, and I absolutely blew it. I would wind back to that and just see Joe Cocker.
And the final one, if your music were a movie, what genre would it be?
Epic fantasy, swords and sorcery, with a little bit of time traveling because it's just too great.
Cool. All right, mate, I want to thank you so much for your time. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers and listeners?
Absolutely. I thank you for the interview. It was a sheer pleasure. These were some of the greatest questions I honestly ever had. Absolutely. Thanks a lot for that. And I can finally say, we will see you in the UK. It's not maybe someday. It's going to happen in January. We're very much looking forward.